Whenever we search for any haunted place in the whole world, one name instantly comes to mind. But I'm not talking about Bangor Fort. I'm talking about the Conjuring house. Conjuring, that one movie in our life that kept us excited and on edge from beginning to end. Put us into complete suspense. But the scariest part? At the very end, we found out it was based on a true story. Yes, friends, the entire story was real. And it was so terrifying that no one can watch it alone at midnight. If you can, then literally it's a challenge. When I researched more about the Conjuring universe, I found out that it isn't just about the Annabelle doll or the nun or other characters, because the first Conjuring movie itself hid many things from the public. Things so disturbing that filmmakers decided never to show them on screen, fearing people might not be able to handle it. So today, in this video, I'm going to tell you all the real events that the Perron family went through in that haunted house. Not just for a few days, but for years and years they lived there, enduring the terror, the struggles, and the horrors. But before we begin, if you love horror, mysterious, and historical stories, please subscribe to my channel. We're very close to 1 million subscribers, so don't forget to hit the like button and tell me in the comments what you think about the Conjuring universe. The beginning, 1971, Rhode Island, USA. It all started in 1971 when Roger and Carolyn Perron bought an old farmhouse in Rhode Island, USA. They didn't move in alone. With them were their 5 daughters: Andrea, Nancy, Christine, Cindy, and April. A happy, loving family, full of positivity and warmth. Roger just wanted a big house where everyone could live joyfully together, and he thought he had found the perfect place. But on the very first evening, something strange happened. While Roger was standing at the gate, he met the previous owner of the house. That man said, "I hope you'll like this house, but let me tell you one thing. Never switch off the lights before you go to sleep." Roger was shocked. "What nonsense? How can someone sleep without switching off the lights?" The man replied, "I don't know the reason, but if you switch off the lights, you'll never be able to sleep." Roger ignored him, thinking maybe the man was drunk or joking. That night, everyone went to their rooms, turned off the lights, and slept peacefully. Nothing happened. But the next morning at the dining table, Andrea, the eldest daughter, said, "Last night when I switched off the lights, I felt someone came into my room. Someone pulled the blanket over me gently, like tucking me in. But it wasn't you, Mom or Dad. Someone else did it." To their shock, all the sisters said the same thing, that each of them felt someone came at night, tucked them in, and left. Ghost, the haunting begins. Roger brushed it off, thinking the kids were just imagining things. After all, he was a truck driver and was often away from home. But as the months passed, the strange experiences grew stronger. By the second year, the spirits stopped being gentle. Now they targeted Carolyn, the mother. Her bed shook violently at night, blankets were pulled away, and sometimes she woke up with bruises and needle-like marks on her body. One morning, while going to tell Roger about it, she saw a dark shadow standing behind the door, signaling her to stay quiet. But the most terrifying event happened with her youngest daughter, April. One day, Carolyn smelled the stench of rotting flesh. She followed it upstairs to April's room. There, she found April locked inside a big cardboard box. When she rescued her, April cried, "That woman locked me here. She's standing right behind you, Mommy." Carolyn turned back and saw a woman in a white dress standing right behind her. That spirit then poured all its negative energy into Carolyn's body. From that day, Carolyn's health and mind started collapsing. She claimed, "The spirit of Bathsheba Sherman, the house's first owner, is inside me. And I also see other spirits, headless figures, armless bodies, all wanting to kill me." The family realized this was not just a haunting, it was a possession. Enter Ed and Lorraine Warren. Finally, Roger contacted the famous paranormal investigators, Ed and Lorraine Warren. Yes, the same couple you've seen in every Conjuring movie. For Lorraine, this case was personal. She was a mother too, and she couldn't ignore another mother suffering this way. When the Warrens stepped inside the house for the first time, Lorraine immediately sensed, this house doesn't have just one spirit, it has many. This is going to be extremely dangerous. They conducted a seance with Carolyn in the basement, but the spirit inside her was too powerful. In front of everyone, Carolyn's chair lifted into the air. Lights flickered, objects crashed. The entire house shook with energy. The Warrens wanted to perform an exorcism, but Roger refused. He couldn't bear to see his wife suffer through such a painful ritual. Slowly, the Warrens stepped back from the case. Hourglass not done, 10 years of horror. The Perron family had no money to move out. So for nearly 10 years, they endured the same torture, new wounds every night, new spirits every day. Finally, they left the house. But Andrea, the eldest daughter, revealed later, "Even after we left the house, my mother Carolyn never recovered. She remained haunted for life." Derelict house, the Conjuring house today. In 2022, news came that the Conjuring house had been bought by someone else. That owner said, "I don't believe the parents. Maybe it was just psychological. But yes, I do feel someone else is always here with me." And that's the mystery. Did the spirits truly haunt the parents? Are they still attached to the family even today? No one knows. Final words. One thing is certain: ghosts, spirits, demons, they often attach themselves to certain people or places. And once they latch on, they never let go. Maybe that's what happened to the parents. Maybe that's why their story became known as the most terrifying haunting in the world. If this story gave you even a little chill, please like this video, share it with your friends, and tell me in the comments if you've ever had any paranormal experience yourself.